Just picture it. It's 2 a.m. You in your bed, you chilling, probably watching some Netflix, probably listening to some music, probably rolling up, taking you a drink, whatever your vice is. And you hear that sound, that notification that you get on your phone to let you know somebody's in the area. You check your message and you see what they say, yo, or they may say sup, or what you trying to get into. Yeah. My people, my gay people, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's time to get into some apps. Let's talk about how we communicate. Yeah, we're finna get into all that. The Jacks, the Grinders of the world. Yeah, hell, we gonna take it back to BGC Live. For those who know, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh boy. Let's get into some shit, y'all. Linkinwitrobby. So dude hit me in my DM, right? And I'm just like, all you niggas freak out, and that's just all it is. First off, girl, fuck him. And you are now listening to Linkinwitrobby. Welcome back. It is your boy Robbie K again with the Linkinwitrobby podcast, and we are on episode 32. Yeah, we're moving along, chugging along, aren't we? We're just getting there, closer to my dreams, as they say. You know what I mean? How's everybody doing? You know, we're approaching holidays. Halloween is over with. You know, so we done got through that whole costume phase. Did everybody wear the costume they wanted? Did everybody go to all your Halloween parties? Were you tricking and treating? Or did you just give out treats? You know what I mean? What would you give in this Halloween season? Let me know. Like, it was spooky season. How was you doing, you know? How's your mental health? I know the holidays are approaching, so I know mental health can be a sensitive thing around these times because, you know, family may be gone or friends may be gone. You know, I've talked about it before. So how's everybody doing with that? I know food stamps ain't really popping right now, and we got a lot of shit going on with the administration. So there's that. But Thanksgiving is coming up. What you cooking? What you bringing to the table? What you eating? Because some people can't cook, and maybe you just need to eat, which is okay. It's okay. Know your place. Know your role. Everybody's not a chef. Everybody's not a cook. Some people is just somebody that's supposed to bring souvenirs. Okay, we're gonna say that. Utensils or forks, spoons, paper plates, paper cups, plastic cups, or maybe you just need to bring the alcohol. Or if you smoke, maybe you're supposed to bring just the weed. You know, there's different things that you could bring to the table. There's different ways you can contribute to the function. You know, it ain't always, you know, you just got to get in the kitchen because sometimes the kitchen just ain't for you. For some reason, though, honestly, I am in a very holiday spirit, which is weird. I haven't been like really seasonal or really big on holidays in some years now, some time, honestly. And I don't know, I guess it's just my headspace lately and the things that's going great for me and the way I've been feeling about myself really has allowed me the room and the space to be happy and excited for Thanksgiving, happy and excited for Christmas and Valentine's Day coming up after that. Bay got me running through hoops trying to figure out what to get him for Christmas. He already teasing what he got me and it's getting on my nerves because I'm very competitive and I feel like he's trying to outdo me. And one thing I like to do is I like to get something for somebody that they don't expect, something that's sentimental, something that may make you cry, may make you emotional, really tugs at your heartstrings to show that I care and I'm thinking about you. I don't want to just go get something off your wish list because I don't want to just get something that you can buy yourself. I want to get something that's useful, but also something that's innovative and outside the box. So he got me going through hoops because the more he keeps talking about what he got me, the more I'm feeling like, okay, so he's stepping it up. He's taking it there. He's going the distance. And I gotta meet him where he at or outdo him. And I don't like being outdone. So I have to outdo him. I have to do my best and really bring it to the table. The problem is, I don't know where he's going with it. So I don't know how far I gotta take it. He talk about he got me a Christmas Eve gift. I don't even know what that means. So now I'm like, okay, so I gotta have a gift to pregame with, and then also a regular gift, and then on top of that, his birthday's in December, so I don't know what he think I'm really finna do. But now I'm like, okay, now I really gotta go hard now. But at the same time, babe, we just got together. We ain't been together enough months for us to be going crazy. It's the beginning. But even though we're in the beginning stages, I can't be outdone. I mean, I can be, but I refuse to be. No nigga I've been with has ever outdone me with Christmas or any holiday at all. You know, I want to really set the tone, let him know I'm for real and I'm really about my business. The problem is, again, he is a shopaholic. He loves spending money. On top of that, he's artsy and likes creating things. So I have no clue what direction he's going in. So it's kind of hard to outdo somebody like that because I feel like I've met my match, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for it, but it got me on pins and needles because I have a strong feeling he's going to get me something I like. I'm not even going to like say it's not going to be something I like. I know for a fact he's going to get me something I like, but how do I know if I'm going to get something he like? That's the pressure. I don't like buying gifts for everybody. I love buying gifts, but some people you can't buy gifts for because one, they may be particular with certain things they like, you know, certain scents they like or certain things they like to wear and brands they like to use. And it can be very difficult. So I got to do a lot of snooping and investigating. My time I spend with Bay, I'm going to have to really be paying attention to the things he utilizes. Pay attention to the things he used, what he like, what he don't like, and really, really hone in on what I can really enhance. You know what I mean? I really want to enhance his lifestyle. You know, upgrade you, baby. Let me upgrade you, my type of shit. That's what I'm trying to do. And it ain't got to be the most flashy gift. It doesn't have to be the most expensive gift. It just has to be something that says, I thought of you, and that's just how it is. You feel me? Hold on, my weed here, y'all. Hold on. Side note, y'all. So my plug just pulled up, right? Mind you, I had hit him like hours ago about pulling up to get me a zip, whatever, trying to get me some weed, you know, last me for a few weeks. I like to do, you know, every 2 weeks I like to get me a nice amount so I ain't got to keep calling him every day. You know what I mean? Got smoke heavy. Anyways, he was telling me earlier that his car was not working right? So I'm like, oh, fuck, he not going to be able to pull up on me, and I ain't trying to pull up on him right now. You know, he had to move. He ain't even living around the corner no more, so I ain't trying to go all the way over there. Man, my dog say I'm outside. I go outside to go get my weed. This nigga on a scooter. I don't know where he get the fucking scooter from. I don't know how far he rode the scooter. I don't even know what to say. But my dog, he a real one because he was serious about that thing. He was very serious about that thing. But nah, y'all, nah, for real. I'm really excited about Christmas. I was already talking to my mom about, you know, wanting to get her something. I don't know what I'm going to get her. I kind of figured out what I'm getting my grandmother, but I don't know what I'm getting my mom yet. And she's not that difficult either because she don't go outside. She don't do a lot. So it's not going to be difficult to find her something. I'm just going to think of something she can utilize, something she can need, also something sentimental. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do something for everybody that I do buy a gift from. I'm going to buy something that's nice, but I'm also going to buy something in addition to that that's going to be sentimental, that really speaks to my love and my compassion and my care and how I really feel on the inside. You know, really, really tug at the heartstrings because I want them to cry. You know, I want my gifts to make you tear up, cry, and realize, oh my God, Robbie is the best person ever. That's what I want. I want that. I need that. I do. I really do. I know that's not what it's about, but that's what I want. And that's what I need. And that's what I yearn. And hell, I'm even going to get a Christmas tree, decorate, all these things. I got to get me some nice wrapping paper, all the 9 yards. I love doing it all. I haven't really celebrated Christmas since maybe like 2019. That maybe was the last time I really celebrated. Maybe a year before that, possibly 2018. It's been that long since I've really celebrated a holiday like I used to. Like, I used to be like girlfriends vibe. I don't know if you guys know. Have you girls ever watched Girlfriends? Guys, girls, have y'all watched Girlfriends? Do y'all remember how crazy and insane Joan used to be for every holiday, down to Cinco de Mayo? Let me just play the clip.
Cinco de Mayo is holiday time, holiday time, holiday time. Cinco de Mayo is holiday time in Mexico. Now the men!
Man, when I tell you, that clip always takes me out because it is fucking hilarious that you got Joan sitting up here singing this damn song. And she's so serious because it's Cinco de Mayo and she's going all out. But she was like that for every holiday. That was me. I was like that for every holiday. And then somewhere along the lines, I stopped looking at holidays as a time to give and a time for love. And I just use it as a time to hang out and get lit. But I've got a little older. I've settled down a little bit more, a little bit wiser, as a wise man, some would say. And I really want to focus on getting back to the heart of what Christmas is, the heart of what love is, the heart of what a holiday is about. It's about family. It's about your loved ones. It's about your friends. It's about showing how you care for someone else. And at this point, call me the Make-A-Wish Foundation because I am here to grant wishes, baby. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a trick. Maybe a charity. Maybe a nice foundation. But I am not a trick. And I will not be tricking on nobody. Okay? All right. We're on the same page. Okay, good. But now that we're all on that page. Outside of that, y'all. Honestly, I'm just feeling good. I really am feeling good. I'm happy. I'm transitioning to a new job next week. Still working this job until I transition. I like to leave one job going into the security of another job. I don't like leaving not knowing where I'm going. I don't like leaving one job and not knowing what I'm going to do and sitting there looking idle because my bills don't take vacations. My bills don't say, oh, well, Robbie, you're not working right now. So no. That's not how bills work. You have to consistently have income coming in every 2 weeks or every week, however it's set up for you, to make sure you are still stable, still comfortable, and your responsibilities are taken care of. So even though I plan on, doing my gifts and changes and, blessing people, I still got to make sure I'm taking care of my responsibilities and still make sure I'm taking care of me. So that's also what I'm doing. It's just a lot of things I'm trying to juggle at one time, and I'm just really ready to accomplish all these things and really get forward on this shit. Like, I'm really, really feeling it, and I'm really excited about it. I don't know if y'all excited about it, but I know I fucking am. So, this holiday season is going to be litty, and I am ready for it. I really am. Now, for some other housekeeping things, I am working on a deep dive right now. It's not ready for me to release, but I do have a deep dive. I'm going to do a deep dive like every month, or eventually in time it maybe drop down to like every 2 weeks. But I'm going to do a deep dive, whether it's going to be on a certain porn star, a certain production company, something in the industry, maybe an artist, maybe a movie, maybe a book. I'm going to do a deep dive on something. And you'll see that eventually. Right now I'm working on one. I haven't quite decided if I want to tell you guys what it's going to be about yet. It'll come out when it's a closer time. I may, drop like a sneak peek or a trailer or something, but it'll come out at a later time this month. I'm still working on it. It takes a lot of research, reading articles, background, all that stuff, looking at interviews, everything, because I want to make sure I have everything correct, precise, and make sure everything's actually correct. You know what I mean? Like, accurate. Like, I'm not just pulling shit out of my ass. So when I do a deep dive, I'm really gonna just hone in on whatever that topic is, research a lot on that topic, and give all that I can to that topic and really make a great episode out of it. Now, I just realized I didn't do this, and I want to say welcome to all my new listeners and to the ones who have still been here from the beginning. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. I love this for me, and I love this for y'all. Stay tuned. It's big things coming. Like, I'm telling you, I may be on episode 32. Y'all saw I did some bonus episodes for the Diddy trial. There'll be more cases and more things for me to cover as time progresses. But right now, we're going to stick to our regular format, regular structure show, when I just do an episode every week. But of course, like I said, I'm working on a deep dive, so that is coming as well. So look out for that. It is coming. So that's a good thing, right? I'm telling you, I'm working on some shit. I'm really trying to put some things into progression. I'm really trying to set some things up so I really can take myself to a level and plane that I want to go. Like, I really want to go to heights that I have not reached before. And I really just want to challenge myself and do some things outside of the box, which is what I'm going to start doing more of. So, if you're down with Robbie and you're down with Linkin with Robbie and you're down to link with Robbie, you feel me? Then we're going to have a good fucking time. We're going to have a good fucking time. Get your XXL, get your wine, get your drinks, get your blunt, whatever you need. If you're in the gym right now, if you're at work right now, whatever it is you're doing, when you listen to this, get your snacks ready, because I got more shit to come. More shit is to come. Pause. Or no pause. Because I do like cum. But we're not talking about cum. What was I talking about? Okay. Now, I did see a question that I thought was rather interesting that I did see on the Twitter. And it made me wonder. I mean, it's a very simple conversation that I feel like we've all had, but it's definitely something that gays seem to deal with the most, which I do find it interesting. And I want to talk about it. So, question I saw posed on Twitter, it went, and I guess I could shout out their name. I'm going to start shouting out people's name that I be saying. Nah, that's not necessary. Who cares about their name? Okay, so the tweet was, why gays with money never like other gays with money? They stay with the couch surfer. Now, take it all in. They stay with a couch surfer. Now, what that means is that for some reason, a lot of gays that are well established or have their own finances, have their own home, their car, whatever, they have their own life set up in place. They always tend to end up with somebody who doesn't have anything, who's living off of them. Maybe they're homeless. Maybe they don't have a job. Maybe they can't get a job. Maybe they're a felon. You know, there's so many different things. And that is a common thing that happens. I've seen different comments, and I think it's multiple different things that's going on. That, like, there's multiple things at play, in my opinion. I think, one, a lot of people use money to control others, right? I see it all the time. I felt that way in the past. When you have somebody that has less than you, you have a little bit more control over the environment. You have more control over the relationship. You have more control over what's going on in the dynamic. You have the power. You have it because you have the money. You have the establishment. You have everything that they need. Everything that they need. Sit with me now. Everything that they need to survive. So they're leaning onto you to survive. And that can make you feel needed. That can also feed into your ego. You know, it makes you feel good about yourself that you're able to do these things for that person. And also makes you feel secure in the fact that, oh, they're not going nowhere because they need me. You know what I mean? I see so many people dating a guy that they done met, whatever, from a homeless shelter, and dating a guy they met fresh out of rehab or out of jail, got them on their couch, in their bed, taking care of them, funding them, financing them, getting them cars, getting them jobs, taking, you know, doing all kind of things for them, just so they could be able to say, you my nigga, and you nobody else's. Now, There's another issue with that is, I think another reason that gays typically don't date, gays that have finances don't date other guys that are also secure and well off, comes down to the fact that they may not want to date another person that also has their own. A lot of times, guys that have money or guys that have their own can be intimidated by somebody that has either more or just as much. Because again, it affects with the power in the house. It messes with the dynamic of where now you got your own, you don't need me. Hell, I don't need you. So now we just sitting here looking at each other like, well, now what? Like, I got my own, you got your own. And instead of us meeting in the middle and sharing what we have together to build and make it bigger, we're looking at it as a competition, or we're looking at it as an insecurity in a way that's like, oh, wait, hold on. If he has that much, he don't really need me. What can I bring to the table? Instead of realizing that y'all are both feeding into the same table. Y'all both are serving the same dishes. It is what it is. Like even with me and Bay, even though he does make a little bit more than me, he don't take care of me. You feel me? I still pay my own bills. I still take care of my own self, buy my own clothes, buy my own food, whatever I need, I take care of me. I pay my own rent, do all that stuff like that. He got his own bills. He got his own thing. I don't ask him for nothing. He don't ask me for nothing. But when we're together, yeah, if I spend, I spend. If he spend, he spend. Nobody looking at each other sideways. I feel like that's how it should be. But again, people are used to certain power dynamics. People are used to having control over others, and they want that control. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's the idea of control. And it's an interesting concept. It really is, because it really makes you realize how many people need that type of control in a relationship. It's to the point where some people seek out guys like that. I've had so many friends that go and find somebody that was homeless and have them sleeping in their house and everything like that. And I've been there before, and I ain't going down that path. Because sometimes you start watering somebody else so much, you start building on somebody so much, you putting so much energy into someone else, trying to build them up and make sure they're secure, that you start taking too much from yourself. I refuse to be with anybody that I'm going to be giving way more than I receive. This is going to be a give and take, baby. This is going to be 50-50 what we bring to the table. It ain't going to be no, I'm taking care of you or you taking care of me. No, because ain't nobody going to be able to throw nothing in each other's face. You ain't going to be able to throw me out of no apartment. I'm not going to be able to throw you out of no apartment. That's not what we doing. We're not moving like that. This is a 50-50 ass relationship. Everything equal, bitch. Everything even. All right? Everything fair. That's how I like shit. That's how it's going to fucking be. So, even though that question was a valid question, and it does make you wonder why people live like that, I refuse to be one of the dozen. I refuse to be another average gay either tricking on a nigga or another average gay getting tricked on thinking I'm a city girl and I'm winning. I refuse. I need my own. And I want you to have your own, so we can have more together. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And if you don't understand, that's you. I mean, everybody has their own vices. We all, to each his own. You know what I mean? We all want to do things ourselves, or we all may have things that we may like that others may not like. But I know one thing I do like is having security. And I can't depend on nobody else to make me feel secure in any way, whether that's financially, emotionally, romantically, any of that. I have to do that for myself first before I could do it for somebody else. And I want you to do the same. I don't want you to be feeding into me and taking care of me, doing all that. I want you to focus on you too. And we meet in the middle, babe. So if you good and I'm good, we both definitely gonna be good. You know what I mean? I say that a lot. But oh well, fuck it. You get it. So for our main topic today, we're going to talk about some hookup apps. All of them. Well, at least all the ones that's mattering right now, or all the ones that's relevant. But in order to talk about the hookup apps, we have to start from the fucking beginning. The very beginning of it all. So back in maybe like, what was it? 08, 09, maybe 07. Back when we had And the ones who know, you fucking know. BGC Live. Black Gay Chat Live. It was like, it wasn't really much of an app because this was before we really had applications on our phone, right? Before smartphones really took off, we just had like a little website we used to go on. It was a hookup website. You had to be 18 years old to be on it. I wasn't 18 years old when I got on it the first time. I believe I was 17, maybe even 16 when I first hopped on there. Needless to say, it was an app or a website where you can go on social media platform. That's what it was. Where you can meet people in your vicinity with your skin tone who's into what you're into. It was game changing because it allowed gay people to really be able to meet one another, socialize, link up, hook up, fuck, whatever, fall in love if you fucking want to, and really explore your sexuality comfortably without worrying about if the person is really out of the closet, without having to worry about the judgment of others. It was a time. I met a lot of people I know to this day on BGC Live. Now, did I hook up with a lot of people back then? No. I was 17, 16. So I wasn't getting dick down and dicking people down left and right back then. Like, nah, I was still legit. Right? But once BGC Live ended, eventually smartphones developed a little bit better. We had applications. That's when Jack came into play, Grindr came into play, Adam came into play. I wasn't into any of that because I was in a relationship. I was monogamous. I was loving, caring, a boyfriend at the time, and there was no need for a hookup app. But once that relationship ended, when 2017, 2018 hit, baby, I got on those apps and I hit the ground fucking running. And here's the plan. Like, let me set the ground floor for you guys. Let me set the ground up. You had Jacked, right? Jacked was more, and still is to this day, for the urban folk. It was for all the niggas. It was for the niggas. You want to be the nigga, you had to get on Jack. You feel me? And the way Jack used to work, still does, it will let you know who's in the vicinity of you, what they're into, the type of dudes they like. It allows you to put your own pictures on there. You have your private pictures that you want to send, most likely nudes or your facial pictures if you don't want to put your face as your public picture. You have all that in your pictures. It was the same for Grindr, which is a little bit more on the Caucasian side. I'm not going to lie. You're going to meet a lot more white people on there than you are going to meet blacks. You're going to meet a lot more Hispanics on there than you are going to meet blacks. And that was a different type of vibe, right? Then you had Adam for Apple. You said Adam for Apple. Because I didn't want to think bottom for apples because I feel like that's what you're doing. But anyways, Adam for Adam was more, how can I put this? I'm thinking. It was more tailored to escorting, if you ask me. I feel like most people that escort, they went on there. You proposition somebody, you hit a client up, or you hit somebody with your own, how much you charging, your rates and all that good shit. All that shit play out on Adam for Adam. Now, all those three apps, there's been other ones that have come up in times. Again, they're not really for my skin tone. So I never really played around with those. To this day, really, only one I really still have is Jack. But now that I'm in a relationship, I don't utilize it no more. So if you think you see me on there, bitch, stop thinking. Don't get paid for thinking, because you don't. And you're not using your full brain cells. I ain't on there. Okay? But when I have been on there, sometimes you can be in a location. Say you go to Walmart, you go to the mall, you go to the movies, wherever you at. You be at work, school, all that. Your phone start buzzing. Your phone going off every 5 seconds because it's always saying such and such is nearby. Such and such is 5 feet away. Such and such is 20 feet away. Whatever the case may be. A mile away. All that good stuff. Letting you know, hey, this person in the vicinity of you, what you trying to do? You trying to link. And I've had some great experiences with that. I met the pizza man off of the app. I met the pizza man on Jack. So it's possible to meet some good contenders on there who be down for the shits, who down with all of the shit. You feel me? Like, they down with all of it. They want to link, they want to fuck, they want to suck, they want to slurp, they want to eat, all of that. Everything you can imagine. Now, it's gotten kind of played out, well, at least for me, because honestly, the best way you want to go about it is, in my opinion, is you want to use it best when you're out of town. Because when you're out of town, you're going to run across a lot of people you've never seen before. And you're going to be fresh meat. So if you go out of town and say you go to Atlanta, go to Miami, hell, go to New York, anywhere. Hell, you could be in fucking Iowa. Your shit going to be buzzing because they're going to be like, I've never seen this person before. Who's this account? Who's this profile? Okay, let me hit them up. And shit, you have your fun. Honestly. But here's the thing. Here's my thing with it. The only downside to apps is people be on there lying. Not only they be catfishing and using old ass pictures from 1992. Sometimes they be lying. They be in relationships, pretending they single. You link with them, then you find out they got a nigga. Or you could be messaging somebody and realize you really messaging a man, thinking you talking to them, and they're like, oh, you messaging my nigga. And I'm like, well, I didn't know this was your nigga, and I didn't know why is your nigga on here, and why you pretending to be him. It'd be a lot of chaotic things. I've actually never done those things. I've thought about it. Trust me, I've had my trust issues, and I've wanted to create an account or a profile sometimes to catch a nigga doing something. But honestly, it's never that serious. If you got to go that extreme to catch somebody, just don't even deal with the person. You feel me? But it's why I believe in relationships. When you're in a relationship, if you guys are monogamous, because you may be in an open relationship, everybody has their own dynamic and their own rules and guidelines. I'm not here to judge nobody. But if you are in a relationship, you may not want to be on that app because it can cause some issues. It really can cause some issues that you don't want to have, because what you on there looking for? I know some people say, oh, I'll be on Jack and Grindr looking for friends. I'll be socializing. You can do that on Facebook. You can do that on Instagram. You can do that on Twitter. You ain't got to do that on the Jack. You ain't got to do that on Grindr. You on there because you're looking for something. Or you on there because you're trying to get somebody attention. If you got a man, you shouldn't be on there looking for no attention. That's just my honest opinion. Now, again, there's some people that be on there dibbling and dabbling, pretending they single. Really, they're not. They gonna hide their face. They're not gonna show you who they are. They gonna message you and be like, on the low, like, yeah, Robbie, you know who I am. I don't want to say who I am because you gonna freak out when you find out who I am. I've had some people message me like that. They'll message me and they be like, yo, what's up? I just seen you at Walmart. You remember, you know I look like I had dreads or whatever like that. And I be like, okay. And then we'll start messaging and we'll exchange numbers and stuff like that. But when you're in a relationship, you don't want to play them stoppers games. One, you can get caught up in some shit because gays are messy. So you could be end up messaging somebody on some just platonic type shit. And then now they done got a screenshot. They got all kind of messages and receipts and proof to send to your nigga and be like, hey, your nigga was on Jack and he was saying this, that, and the third. You don't want to get caught up like that. So don't be on there playing around if you got a nigga at home. Unless your nigga is on the profile with you. Now, if y'all share a profile, that's one thing. Which is what you will see a lot on there. You're going to see a lot of couples sharing profiles, or a couple may both have their own profile. And you'll see they're in the same location and they looking to link up and stuff like that. Fine. Just fine. Sometimes when I was single, I would use Jack just to see who all in the vicinity, just to see who linking with who. I'm nosy like that. I'm real nosy. I don't say nothing. I just keep it in my back pocket. But I'll look and I'll be like, is Joey over? What Joey doing over there? And is that Sean at Joe? They in the same. I know what's going on. Somebody getting their ass ate. Like, it be sometimes it's that simple. And sometimes You just want to be nosy and see who you messaging, see who on there. Like, oh, you giving it up like that? Now, because modern times have become way more sex positive, you're gonna find people on there a lot more now than you would before. People were more on their low key vibe, trying not to really be seen, trying not to be noticed, on the hush hush. But now it's be like, man, bitch, I'm on there, we all on there. What's up? If you see me on there, it's because you was on there too, so you can't really what you exposing. You was on there too. Unless you're in a relationship, then yeah, there's a lot to expose. Now, of course, people use these sites to promote themselves, to promote their OnlyFans content or any type of content they have, or their music, or if they selling weed and drugs on there, they do that on there too. Funny story. Y'all, hold on. Funny fucking story. There was one time when I was down bad trying to buy some weed, right? I met a guy on Jacked. He was like, oh yeah, I pull up, I sell weed, da 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 da. I was supposed to be buying a quarter from him, which was maybe like $60, $65. Dude pulled up in my fucking driveway. I kid you not. Pulled up in my driveway. I didn't know him because we met on Jacked. I don't know you. He sent me a picture of him. He said he had these weed or whatever like that, because it be some straight niggas on there selling weed, right? Trying to take advantage of us gay boys, which they do. He pulled up. I buy the weed. Now, normally if I'm buying from somebody I've never bought from before, I'm going to open up and investigate it. But I was desperate, bro. All my plugs was dry. So I had to hit somebody up new. And it's why I keep maybe like 5 on deck now, because I don't be wanting to get hit like this. But bear with me. I'm getting to the story. Dude pulled up in the driveway, sell me the weed. I cash up in the money. He speeds off. Soon as I open the bag, because you know they like to use these little packs now. They don't really use like clear wrap. They don't use clear paper no more, so you can't see through the bag no more. And it felt like weed. I opened that bitch up. It was, I don't know how many it was. It had to be like hundreds of balled up pieces of paper to make you think it's weed in there. The nigga sold me paper in bags pretending to be weed, were disguised as weed. I got played, bro. And that nigga called a lick. I was mad as fuck. And then when I went to Jack to go message the nigga had them blocked me. Everything. Could not find his account. That shit had me tight as fuck. Because how you gonna play me like that, nigga? That was the first and last time I bought weed off of there. Maybe it wasn't my first, but it was definitely my last time. I ain't bought no weed off of there since then. It's why I make sure I have like 5-6 players on deck, because these straight niggas will get on Jack, they'll get on Grinder, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm selling this, I'm selling that, do. I'm gonna pull up on you or pull up on me. And one, they could be trying to rob you like he did me. Or two, it could be a stick up, set up type of situation where they trying to fuck you up. I've seen and I've heard some stuff. Let me just say, I had one friend who was messaging a dude, or think he was messaging a dude. He went to his apartment, and when he got up to the top floor and he knocked on the door, it was a nigga it was an op. It was an op of his. Let's just say he got scared, thought the op was finna beat his ass, which he probably was, because he was setting him up to beat his ass. Dude tried to run down the stairs, broke all his legs. Fell down the stairs, broke his legs, and all this just because he was beating somebody on Jack trying to get some dick, which is why you have to be careful. You have to be careful, because there'll be some creeps on there. There'll be some strange motherfuckers on there that's trying to set you up and really trying to get a lick off you, or really just trying to put some hurt to you, or just whatever. Because let's be honest, there's a fucking ant in here and it's pissing me off. Let's be honest. There's people on there that don't have good intentions. They're trying to harm you in some way, and you have to use a lot of discretion, a lot of discernment to make sure you're linking with the right person. You're not getting set up and played, which is why I'm glad I am in a relationship, because I don't got to deal with that shit no more. I don't got to worry about if I'm linking with the right person, or if this person is really who they say they is, or if this picture is really them, because they'll catfish you too. It's all type of stuff you got to worry about. It's why I love the fact that I can, hey, I've had friends that have messaged me like, you know this profile? Is this somebody for real? Or I'll message somebody be like, hey, this profile just messaged me. You know who this person is? If they legit, all right, cool. I'll link with them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do a little background check just to make sure you're not linking with Jeffrey Dahmer. You feel me? You're not linking with somebody that's trying to put you up in a motherfucking suitcase and drop you in somebody's lake. You have to be careful. Dick and ass is never, 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 never worth your life and your safety. So be careful. Be careful. But on another note, I love the apps. I do. They fun when you need them. When I was single, I had a ball on those fucking apps. Hell, when I was in my last relationship, I had a ball on those apps because we both was on it. We had our own couple page. It was on my phone. It was on his phone. And we used to be on there. We could see each other's messages because it was our account. We had a joint account. And yeah, sometimes it's lit like that. Now, there's this new thing. It's not really an app. It's an app, but then it's not because you don't have an application for it. You have to go online and you have to type it in. Sniffies. Sniffies has kind of taken over for Jack because, as I said before, Jack has kind of gotten played out. Like, everybody that's on there, they've been on there for like a decade or so. If you ain't fucked them, you ain't gonna never fuck them. You know what I mean? Or if you fucked them, you probably already fucked them and it's played out now. You don't want to fuck them no more. You already had that body count. Like, you already added that body to your body count. You don't want no more. Sniffies is like a whole different world. Because not only you got people on there that's looking to link up, hook up, whatever. You got people on there looking to cruise. You got people on there looking to trick. You got all type of shit going on. And there's people on there that you've never seen before. Like, I'll be on Sniffies sometimes and I'm looking and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Who the fuck is that? I ain't never seen him in my neighborhood before. And shit, you get caught up on there because it be a lot of motherfuckers on there you never seen. And you like, whoa, let me go see what that's about. Hell, people promote their sex parties on there. Now that is it. Because, like I said, it tells you locations of where the people are. So with Sniffies, it's a whole map. It's like a Google map, but it's not a Google map. But you're able to see everybody's profile, where they are, where they're located, how far they are, what they're looking for, what they're doing, if they're hosting, if they are throwing a sex party, if they're setting up a group session, all that shit. If they're content creators, they're saying, hey, I'm finna make some videos, stop through so we can make some content. All of it. It is really good networking for the sex industry. That I can say. Because I've had some fucking times on Sniffies. Now, of course, there's always a downside to hooking up on hookup apps because what is advertised may not always be. It may not always be what you wanted. It may not always be what you're looking for. So you, again, have to use discernment. You have to make sure what you're looking for, what you're playing with, what you're dabbling in, who you're talking to, who you're messaging, all that good stuff is really who they say they are. And if it's really worth linking up with. I've done some sketchy shit. I remember one time I went way to a pop girl. But I messaged this dude. Me and this dude been messaging for a while, right? And I go way to a pop girl. We talking on Jack. Well, actually, we was talking on Sniffies, actually. I go way to a pop girl where he at. When I get there, I realize, because I got to take an Uber, right? I get out my Uber. It's pitch black. Ain't no street lights. Ain't no civilians. Ain't no neighbors. I'm in West Bumblefuck. I don't know where I'm at. I'm in the boondocks. And I look, it's this long ass dirt road to this house. He messaged me. He like, yeah, you're gonna walk down this road and you're gonna come to the house and you're gonna see me. You're gonna come to the house and you're gonna see me. Okay, cool. Walk down the path. I'm nervous as fuck. Because all I'm thinking is this some Texas chainsaw shit? Am I finna get murdered? Is there a killer waiting for me? And if it is, I'm fucked because I'm way out of town. I am nowhere near my neighborhood. If something go down, it's going down and ain't shit I can do about it at this point. So, okay. So I go down the path. I realize the house I see is not the house he's actually at. I walk past the house because the house that I see, that ain't the house he at. This nigga at a small little trailer further down. He come out of the trailer, he like, yeah, come on in. Mind you, I'm already here, but I want to turn around and go the fuck home. And I took an Uber, so I mean, I don't want to go stand outside and call an Uber. So I go in there, go in the trailer. Dude is in the most chaotic, most cluttered clusterfuck of a home where I could barely breathe in there. I tried giving him some. We tried fucking. I couldn't do it. I did the best I could, but the environment just gave sketchy vibes. He was cute too. Like, he wasn't even bad looking. And the sets was everything it was supposed to be. But the sketchiness of the environment, it gave true crime. It gave Dateline. It gave Unsolved Mysteries. I haven't been back. Mind you, he's wanted me to go back. He's hit me up. I feel like he's hit me up ever since then. Whenever he see me online or whenever he see me on Snapchat, whenever he see me anywhere, he messaging me like, you want to come back through? No, I'm not coming over there. I'm not going to the boondocks out there yonder with the fields and the mice and the coyotes and the deers. I'm not going out there for you to kill me or for me to get killed going out there to see you. Fuck. Hell nah, I ain't doing that. That's dangerous. I can get hurt. Or worse. I don't know. I don't know what's worse than that, but I could catch something in there. I don't know. Scabies or something. Shit. I don't know. Clean this fuck up. Like, that's why you have to be careful. There's been so many times I've met somebody on Jack'd and then I go pull up and I get to the location and I'm like, this ain't it. They told me it was gonna be, why is this a parking lot? Why is this an abandoned building? Oh nah, we're not doing that. Like, it's been so many times I've had to be like, I'm finna just turn around and go home. I will block the person and just go home. I won't even message and say never mind. I won't even say I'm not interested. I won't say none of that. I'm just gonna block you and go home because I don't know what this is, what type of setup and what type of time you're on. But you ain't finna get me. You not gonna get me. So again, that's why I'm glad I'm in a relationship, because I ain't gotta worry about that shit. I got a nigga now. So if I wanna fuck, if I wanna link, if I wanna chill with somebody, I could just call my nigga and go to his place. I know where he live. I know who he is. I ain't gotta worry about being murdered. You know what I mean? I feel safe and secure. There's no more riskiness about it. There's no more placing yourself in a dangerous position. That's all it is. It's about making sure you're not placing yourself in danger. And as gay men, we live a dangerous lifestyle. And I'm not talking about our sexuality. I'm talking about how we have to communicate a lot of times, which is why the hookup apps have been beneficial. But people who are hateful, people that are evil, people that are untrustworthy, use those apps to deceive, to manipulate, and to take advantage of us, because they know we have no other means of communicating sometimes. That is our first means of communication, is meeting on those apps, because where else will we meet? Outside of the club or outside of mutual friend groups, the apps sometimes is the best. Hell, you can go to a gay club right now and I guarantee a nigga is gonna message you on Jack'd and Grindr before he walk up to you. That's just how it's gonna be. We just feel more comfortable because it's safer that way, because we've been how can I put this? We've been targeted so much and exposed so much and hurt so much that we only feel safe when we're from a distance. And sometimes through an app or through social media or through some type of platform, that gives us some type of distance, which would allow us to feel secure and safe enough to approach the situation without feeling like you're going to be Again, slaughtered. You know what I mean? Put in somebody's trunk or killed and stuffed in somebody's crawl space. You know, type of shit like that people be doing. It happens. So you have to use discernment, like I said, which is what I have done in the past. Hell, there's been some times where I've gone on Jack and gone on Grindr and gone on Adam. Well, now I haven't gone there. But going on Jack, Grindr, and Sniffies, message 10, 20 niggas just to see who gon' rise to the occasion and pull up. And be like, all right, let's go. I've overbooked a few times. I mean, there's been some times where a nigga pulled up and another nigga pulling up and I had to tell one nigga, hey, you got to go. And hey, that's just how I be, because sometimes, hey, look, I'm overbooked. I didn't expect all y'all to pull up at the same time. I told you 8 o'clock and I told that nigga 9 o'clock. I don't know what's going on, why y'all both here, but one of y'all got to go unless y'all all down for a group session. Everybody not down for that, but that's cool. But honestly, y'all, when it comes to the hookup apps, just be safe. You know what I mean? Even if you even on just Facebook dating, be safe. People are out here scamming. People are out here frauding. People are out here doing everything they can to just find a way to get in and just take. Whether it's take your life or take your money or just take anything from you. Y'all know I still haven't caught this motherfucking ant yet. And it's a big ant. Fuck. When I get ants, that is not okay. I had to kill that bitch because that bitch will not be biting me in my sleep. But yeah, people out here taking from people. Taking advantage of situations. Taking advantage of your horniness. Taking advantage of the fact that you're not paying attention. Your head ain't on the swivel. And you just got to be careful. So, yeah, the hookup apps have helped our community in a lot of ways, more than one, as far as socializing, as far as linking, as far as meeting people and networking. But it's also placed us in a lot of positions that it's not safe. And you want to make sure that you're doing everything you can in your power to be safe. And it's not much else I could bring to the table as far as that go, you know. Shit. If you're on Jack, if you're on Grindr, if you're on Adam for Adam, and you see me, touch your motherfucking nose, okay? I'm not on there. I'm in a relationship. If you see my account, it's going to show that I ain't been active. So don't waste your time messaging me. I'm not going to message back because the app ain't on my phone. So don't go running and try to tell him I'm on there because I'm not on there. You're just going to be looking stupid. Okay? But anyways, y'all. I did enjoy talking to y'all, of course. I love talking to y'all. Every week I do this, and I love talking to y'all. I love sitting down, going over how I feel, expressing my thoughts, any thought that randomly come to my mind. I love it. I love it. And for the next episode, I've already decided what it's going to be about. We talking about trade. DL, down low, whatever you want to call them, undercover brothers, trade. We're going to talk about how niggas love chasing trade. And we're going to get into that whole phenomenon. Where that began and what the fuck is that now in the world. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Outside of that, I'm getting fucked tomorrow night. I don't give a fuck what my nigga say. He giving me some. And we going to be fucking all night long. I'm going to get his ass a honey pack again. Yeah. So I hope he ready. I'm ready. Ready. Hey, to love you forever. I don't know why I think I can sing. I can't hold a note at all. But I still be trying. I still fucking try. And you get an A for effort. Well, I get an A for effort. But yeah, it was nice talking to y'all. I'm finna wrap this shit on up. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm out. Robbie K. And on that note, I did enjoy myself talking to you today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And if you did, come back next Wednesday. Every Wednesday after that. Tune in to what I got to say. And yeah, just keep linking with Robbie.